Check my test. Alright, checking. Yeah. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Oop. Alright. Good morning there. Good day to you. Welcome back again. In my stream here, which is I do it every weekend. If you happen to be here for the first time, I do this almost every weekend. You know, just to talk about some audio stuff. I really wished I had an audio community where I'm at. Because it's a community, and of course there are online. We can talk stuff about online, and you know, it's just let's do it together. Let's waste our money together in this hobby. That's what I meant. All right. So yeah, I'm thinking of, I don't know if I'm going to like a make not really make, but um yeah, kind of like an earphone, not earphone, like product of the year award. So help me with that. But before that, we are probably gonna do first impressions for the Sivga 100 SM 100. Yeah, SM 100. Let me change the title. I think I got it wrong. Can I still change the title? Not sure. I don't think so. Nope, I can't. I don't know. Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. How about that one? Let me know if you're able to hear me clearly with this volume level. If not, I have to adjust probably more. Check mic test. I think they should be fine. I'm not sure. Yeah. Hopefully. A little bit more. Okay. I think I know what you mean. The thing about this microphone here is, yeah, I don't want it clipping. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that one is, yeah. I think this one's better, I guess. Should be better. Okay. Now, all right. Okay, that's great to hear. So I've got here the Sivga SM100. I think it's their new product, and they market it for gaming. A lot of products market it for gaming, and I don't know why. Like for me personally, I'm sure there are products there that are good, but don't quote me on this because I don't play competitive games like FPS. I play Mobile Legends. I used to be a gamer, but audio was not really like something I thought was important. I thought skills matter. But hey, I have friends. But it seems to be like there's always a different consensus with IEMs and headphones, and I feel like it's a personal thing. What I mean by that, if you're used to, I'm sure there are earphones that boosts footsteps and stuff like that, and very good separation. I think that is given, but I don't think there is an exact tuning for that. I really think it's more about like the sound stage, and I feel like of all the earphones that I reviewed, there's a common consensus of if I feel like the soundstage on this IM is good, usually my friends say it's good for gaming. I don't know, like you tell me. But usually it's like that. So if I feel like there's a little bit of there's good 3D, kind of like 3D space or 3D, I don't know, holography or something, usually they that's good for gaming. But I could be wrong. So we have the Sivga SM100 here. Ooh. All right. So let me just unbox this here. Yeah, I forgot to graph this last night. I'm supposed to graph it just so that we don't waste time graphing. But yep. We can do that together. We can always do that together. This is one of the things that I hate unboxing. It's getting rid of this plastic. Ugh. Okay. Got it open. So I think it's, let me just search this. I don't want to be talking about Sivga SM100. Yeah, it's already released. It's a $40 IM, I think. Should be around 40, 60, $43, right? Okay, so $40, $50 for gaming. Wired earphones. And I think this is the cheapest product from Sivga. They usually sell like, I know it's okay, fine, is their sister company, or I could be wrong, but this is what it looks like here. It looks premium though. This could be a good, wow. What I mean by wow is for 40 bucks, you actually get a quality. I can tell. I mean, even if I'm wearing sunglasses. I can tell that the quality on this one here, it's pretty good. And let me just show you that really quick. Oh god, come on man, like I hate. Okay, oh god, that was too tight. So let me just get this one again here real quick. Oh, all right. So when I say look at that there, I just feel like the quality is actually, I think it's all metal. It's not plastic, so there's a vent. Dude, it looks good. Like it really does look good. So 40 bucks. This is pretty good for this price. And the cable also looks nice. I mean, they feel okay. The colorway is not, they don't look cheap. So definitely looks alone. Okay, so looks and packaging, they look premium, at least for now. Okay. So let me just, they do have a mic, and well, they market this for gaming, so which makes sense. So it has a mic, very good feeling. I mean, you can, let's see if there's some memory in there, but you can't really complain, right? Because it's 40 bucks. Okay, so it is a recessed 2-pin connector though, which might be, what that means is yeah, if you have a flat 2-pin, then this won't work. So you have to have a cable with a like a protruding 2-pin, because this has recessed 2-pin. So that's one of the cons there immediately. All right, fit is what ear tips are in here? I hope it's not small. I think it is small, so I have to change it. Sorry guys, this is how unboxing goes. Since videos are not edited, so yeah, kind of like a little bit slower than usual, yeah. Okay, okay. Fit is a little bit finicky though. Now, I don't know why, but maybe it's because of the ear tip. Okay, fit is good. Yeah, no problems with the fit. And that's it. We are ready, I guess, to give this a listen. Okay. I may need a different cable a bit later. So let me try out from okay, let me see here. This can be a budget miracle though. I'm excited for this. But I think I saw the graph. I'm not sure. Or I'm not sure if someone's graphed it already, but anyhow. Let me just lower this mic here and how do I turn this here? Okay. All right, my test tracks. Let's start with Unwell by Matchbox 20. Ooh. These are bright, man. Oh no. I hate it, man. Like I forgot. The Shanling M3X does not work with cables with mic, so it's just their implementation. It doesn't seem to work. And so I have to find good thing I have I have different sources here. For a while, man. Oh. Okay, how about this one here? I'm not sure if this one. So I'm using the octave here, the nice HCK octave. So hopefully this works this time. Okay, it's working. But yeah, it's leaning on the wow. It's bright. Not a lot of bass. Definitely detail oriented, so I'm hearing some boosts in the upper mids. So a lot of details. So I'm not sure if you need bass with gaming, but like bombs or something. So let's try Under My Umbrella by Incubus here. This is very detailed, man, for the price. And very natural too. I don't even feel they are. Yeah, the cymbals are just nice. I don't think there are boosts there in the upper treble. Wow, these are great. But I need to listen to it more. Fit though, that's a little bit finicky. It's probably the ear tip. Like it breaks the seal. So I'm not sure what's going on. All right, let's try give life back. Well, there's bass, but it's really not a lot. Let me just change the battery here. I don't know why they market this for gaming. These are very good for music. It's I think the tonality is just balanced. I don't know, like for the price, man. Again, it's $40, right? It's pretty dang good. Okay, let's try Polyphia, Playing God by Polyphia. It's it has good detail retrieval without sacrificing tonality, timbre, and without forcing everything. So I feel like it's like a probably like a double horn or something. Very close to like how Twistura the wood note is, only that the Twistura wood note has a little more ear gain, which can be shouty. So far, man, I really like the cymbals on this one. It's a single DD, so they rarely ruin timbre anyway. Okay, let's try The Worst by Polyphia. There's really not a lot of sub bass. Um Dang, this can even be like neutral. I don't know. I'm liking it so much, dude. Like it has this openness to it. Maybe because of it doesn't have any bass or there's a little bit of bite that is very playful. What I mean by that is there's definitely some boost in the upper mids, but they don't really get to the point of getting aggressive or this could use a little more bass though, so sorry for the pauses, dude. Like dude, these are so natural in the cymbals, man. This is already a 3 for me on the treble for this price. Like these are better than $500 earphones out there that this is just me whining about. But dude, these are man. Ooh. Okay, let's try okay, I'm gonna stop with the test tracks. I'm gonna try actual songs that I listen to, and I almost always just listen to Yoroshika. Um but no sub bass on this though, which is a bummer. I really feel like there's like it's like a double horn or something. I could be wrong. It's like Simgot. But these are very natural, man. Because for now, it's like K-Fine Clean has been my go-to recommendations on IMs less than $60. It's always the K-Fine Clean. But again, the tonality on this one here might not be for you because it's just very lean on the bass. But I don't mind it. I like lean bass. It's so it's still fun though. Like all right, let's it's a telepath. I'm listening to a telepath now. Dude, these are nice. I'm excited to. Okay, let me just prepare my rig here. I'm gonna graph it. Whew. All right, let me graph this one here. Let's graph this bad boy in here, man. Oops. All right. So, roo. Sorry, dude. The Yursuka show. All right. Let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you a secret, Misk. Or I'll just call you Misk Work. That was actually deliberate, but I didn't know it's too loud. I only realized that when because I actually reduced the overall volume for everything of -5, except for those two clips because I already boosted the volume of those two clips. That was deliberate. And then when I heard it myself on YouTube, I was like, yeah, that was a little bit too loud. And so I ended up deleting those two scenes. So sorry about that. That was supposed to be deliberate and funny, but I know it was too loud because I ended up. The thing is, I'm still using. I'm not. I'm still experimenting with this mic, and so the thing about the volume here, it doesn't really have. It's not analog, so I always have to like guess where I'm at or go to the app to know the level. So I think when I recorded the my video, I was clipping too much. I mean, you probably couldn't hear it, but dude, we're audiophiles, right? And so, like, why am I clipping? And so I had to reduce the volume to make it smoother. But then those two clips, I forgot to reduce it. They were like plus 20 dB, which was stupid. So yeah, that's what happened. So it was not a mistake. It was deliberate. All right. But this mic is really, yeah. I was like, how do I remove the volume on this here? And it seems like I can't really find a solution, so I just deleted the two scenes, which I didn't mind anyway. It was just additional stuff to I just like making fun of myself. Okay, like I know I have a lot of funny sounds and funny. I know I just find myself funny at times. All right, but so far, dude, I am really impressed with the sound of the Sivga. I will be damned if Okay, let me just draw that. Like if I have to draw that though, like nah, never mind. I'm tired of drawing. Let's just measure this. TP35 Sound Blaster. Calibrate. Did I calibrate that? Huh. Checking levels. Wait. That's a little bit too low, I guess. Or is it? I don't think so, yeah? That's fine. 28 dB, 79 dB. Yeah, probably a little bit louder. So that I can capture some, not really clipping, but yeah, that's fine. Here we go, man. I'm not sure if it's a double horn, it's just a smooth treble in there, but there's really not a lot of bass. Oh man, look at that. I can already tell. I told you, it's like wood note or something. Did I... Man, where's the 8 freaking K here? 7... Eh? Yeah, a little bit over than the... Dude, this is... Now, it also reminded me of the Pandamon. You guys remember the Pandamon? Like, from Celeste, that a lot of people thought it was ugly looking panda. So it's so hard. There aren't a lot of IMs shooting for like neutrality in that price range. KZ, is this? No, a little bit further. God dang it. I hate it when OCD strikes, man. Like, this graphing stuff is like... It's... And so, you guys should buy your own rigs. Buy your own rigs. Buy yourself a rig. Yeah. Okay, so I got that one fine. Dude, this is probably gonna end up... I don't know. I'm not sure if it's gonna end up being a product of the year. Tell me what you think is product of the year, and let's talk about that. I may not be a good source though, because I have not tried a lot for this year. But when I say 2025, like product of the year or product for 2025, I meant that I'm thinking of not really just thinking of IEMs released in 2025. I'm thinking of it's it carries through. Like, say for example, let's say, I don't know. Let's say Supernova, you know? And Supernova is like, let's say, product of the year 2 years ago. It will carry through for me. Get meta mids for under 200. It's Daybreak. Yeah, Daybreak, man. That's a contender because I'm gonna do like gold, silver. Like, oh man, what's this going on? It's just like gold, silver, and what? Like bronze, gold, and silver. Look at that, dude. Like, this is so nice. Like, I like this. So let me just import this one here. Not the trial. I go to Squigs. What? No. Sivga SM1. I did not like. I thought this is just another, like, you know, just another release from Sivga. Dude, I did not like their earbuds, but a lot of people did like the earbuds that they sent me. What was that? I forgot. It's gone in my memory, but I reviewed their earbuds. It was like I didn't like it. I have not heard the no, I heard the glass diaphragm. I did not like it. I mean, it has like glassy texture. It has really good detail retrieval, and it was weird because it has peaks, but I couldn't really hear the peaks at all. Oh no, it's not FileZilla. It's I need to graphs and man, it, thi- this is only I'm only uh, this is an extra step if you do Squig. Truth Air Pure also, yeah. But the thing, I like the Truth Air Pure, but it's really just a little bit too much mid bass for me. With the EQ that I did with the Pure, I think it's a contender. If they ended up like having just it was just -2 of dB on the mid bass and that's it. Um, but what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do like in every price category. So I can't do like because for example, if I end up doing like product of the year and then I end up liking, say for example, I don't know, say for example like the audio, right? That's a little bit unfair for people who want to upgrade and without having the cash. So I want to do with my curated price category. Um, yeah. So a lot. So probably just one. That's the silver, gold, and bronze is probably a little bit too much. Where is it? Oh, there it was. Is Sivga UTG. Got the Sivga UTG. Copy this. Put a comma. Space. Oh, yeah, that's right. And then SM100. Oh, no. SM100. Sivga. SM100. Dude, I know it's an extra step. Bear with me. What's next? FileZilla. Oops. Okay, so site manager, connect. Yeah. This is really just to I know, man. I should have done this last night, but you know, I forgot about it cuz I didn't really think this was good sounding, you know, like another release like just for the sake of releasing. I thought I was wrong. Where is it? There we go. And then upload that. Oh. And I have to upload the phone book too. Man. Why did it ask me for? Huh. It didn't ask me for. Oh. Alright. Sivga. Okay, I got it here. Dude, this is so. Yeah, kind of like would notish, right? So I did say it was would notice, but would notice just a little bit higher in there. But I did not really like the other nozzles because I don't know. It's lesser bass and it makes the peak more prominent. So yeah. So I was talking about the what was that? Celeste, right? Pandamon. Kind of like that, right? The Pandamon. The Pandamon is a microplanar. So I really liked it. Did I put it in here? I think it's in my recommendation list. Yeah, it's there. The one on top there is still Zenith, but I don't know. This is really really good. Oh man, well, my balance target is still not in there. But again, these are neutral sounding IMs. Natural sounding treble. This is crazy. Let me just listen to this again from a different source, okay? Because my Shanling M3X is stupid. It doesn't want to. If I have a cable with a mic, I think the circuitry is not built for a cable with a mic, which I don't know why they haven't thought of that. But let me try to change the ear tips here. Let me try the Venus Velvet. So FIO M21 is actually a much better value when you want to buy a DAP, only because, dude, with their recent updates, I'm getting more battery life and just better overall with the JM21, sorry. And yeah. All right, let me just try this again. And I'm not expecting a different signature, okay? I'm just, you know, what I'm trying is just a little bit of or I could be just, you know, just placebo. Yeah. No, that's unfair because I changed the ear tip, but let me just go back. Because I might say like, oh, there's a better soundstage, but I didn't put the... I changed the ear tip and I changed the source. Of course, there's gonna be some change in there. So, just trying to negate that bias, you know? I'm trying to be objective here as much as possible, okay? I changed the ear tip and I changed the source. Of course, there's gonna be some change, and I don't want to attribute that change to the DAP because there are changes. I hear changes, but they are subtle, and it's not enough to justify you buying a source because it changes the sound. Um, yeah. It is nice, man. There's really not a lot of sub bass though, like, but I'm still. Let me just So this is my balance target in there, right? If it just had a little bit of bass, it should follow that closely. I changed my balance target, by the way, and I can't upload it on Squig. I don't know why. All right, so let's start with nomination here. I don't know if SM100. I'm pretty sure. Oh man, this is gonna be hard. All right, so we're done with the measuring. I'm gonna start with sub $60 here. Should I put that as in a note or something? So, yeah, what seems to me the best here? We have the KZ Zenith. Okay, Fine Clean, which is also very good. The Gate EPZ Q1 Pro. And Tanya DSP, dude. Like, Tanya DSP is still... It's still good. Sometimes I actually pick that up to have some listen. Ugh. Anyhow, sub $60. And you know what? Like, I really think about value here. And okay, let's start here. Yeah, so KZ Zenith. What do I say about the KZ Zenith here? Clean. For sub 60. I know that the K-Fine Clean can go $40, which is crazy. Now, if I say that it's clean here, the clean has an overall better value only because a lot of people are gonna like it because it has some bass and, you know, has some sparkle in there. So potential winner for here is actually the K-Fine Clean, I would say. The SM100 is close, but this is just my personal preference because, again, like that curve in there follows. Man, the symbols on this are very good. It's much better than the Mega 7. Can you imagine that? Much better than the Mega 7? The high senior one, Mega 7. I feel like, you know. And probably because I'm really sensitive to this area here, like when I hear boosts in this area, the hi-hats start to become thin sounding. They're detailed, don't get me wrong. But it's a problem when catching drums because hi-hats have accents, and when they're on the 16th note, they're a little bit faster. How much would the 32 with that's crazy, right? 32 with accents. I can't follow, man. I can't follow. So it's just me, the quirks of being me. Nothing really against that sound. It sounds really, really good. But yeah, probably the clean. I mean, I think the clean has been I don't know. I want to say the Zenith. The Zenith is actually also good. But then again, we're talking about value here, so oh god. The Zenith is actually also like it's just my target in there if it's very smooth. Like look at that. And then clean. Oh man, it's probably the Zenith. I don't know. How much can you buy the Zenith though? KZ, is it still $60? If you can buy this for 40, then maybe. Oh man, how much do you Amazon? It's not even showing, man. $40. It's a win, yeah. Is it really? I have to make sure this is really at 40 bucks. 76, no. That's a little bit too... Yeah, man. But I know it's like $60, dude. Is this really $40? A welcome deal, okay. What if I'm not... So they're selling it for... Oh, God. Give me something that... Okay, how about KZ? How much are they selling it? Buy in the US. Okay, buy in the US. AliExpress. Okay, how much are they selling? $63. Look at that. So with discounts, yeah, with discounts, but basic price is still around 60, right? They haven't really gone down. I don't know, man, but it can be like it's like clean and Zenith. But clean though, like clean is 40 bucks. They've decreased the price. It used to be like 55. But how about Amazon? Um 49. Look at that. 49. 54. I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, it's either gonna be clean or KZ Zenith. Dude, the Zenith is crazy. It's like when I look at the graph, I get aroused. Is that even fair? I get aroused when I look at that graph, dude. It's so perfect. Like, have I tried the Top Pros? Now, I am going to borrow the Top Pros. I'm going to borrow it from Audio Amigo. But I haven't messaged him yet. I don't want him to have the hassle of queuing in USPS. Man, the lines in the USPS are freaking long. So, I'll probably gonna borrow maybe after Christmas. Um the Top Pros and some sets. I'm interested with the Top Pros though. Like a lot of people have been saying that they're really good. But unfortunately, yeah, I cannot. It probably won't make it. So yeah, for the sub 60, it's probably gonna Zenith or clean in there. All right, let's move on to the 61 to 120 here. Um, so we have the Duno Kima 2. Uh, what the Galileo is still good actually. I feel like it's a very safe recommendation. The Hexa, I still like the Hexa. Like, did you see my review on the Mega 7? I compared it to the Hexa. I mean, like in live stream last week, I also said like it was very close to the Hexa. The DZ4, man, like everyone's not talking about the DZ4. I actually like it. The Explorer, Magic One. I don't know why Magic One is here though. Let me change the Magic One. Yeah, I think Pure should be here. I mean, it didn't reach an S, but it's worth recommending. It's worth recommending. Simgut EW300 and EG280. No, I'm sorry. Simga EG280. Actually, it's also, yeah. Wait. Oh, how do you? Okay. Simga EG280. But man, it's easily the Duno Kima 2 here. Like, no doubts. I don't even need to think about it. The Duno Kima 2 is it's a good set. Right there. Yeah. So the thing about the Zenith is it has a really good tonality, but I feel like the driver on the Kima 2 is much better. It just renders everything very natural. Um yeah. Like that traditional sound wherein like most speakers or like in real life there's really no sub bass, okay? Like it's just real life instruments from a monitor or something. Like you don't really boost a sub bass because sub bass is just for movies and you know that rumble and bombs and everything. You don't have sub bass with real life instruments. You can't like there's no sense of boosting the sub bass in the first place. All the fundamentals lie around 100. So that's why a lot of people, like when people go into the hobby first, they usually like IAMs with mid bass, right? And then slowly they get indoctrinated into liking like a clean mids with a sub bass boost, and that is neutral, which is a bad idea because like in the first place like I don't know what the background of those people are, like even musicians, a lot of my friends they like bass because all the fundamentals are there, you know, and we're just used to listening to that kind of sound, you know. um Guitars don't produce sub bass, you know, like phew. Could be the fit. I know. Could be the fit though. um. So yeah, I think they easily the Kima 2 in here. Now this is a battleground here. 121 to 250. So I've got the dang it, man. The Let's Share SL 2024s. Oh, it's the build quality then. Okay. Yeah, those are fair. Those are fair. Yeah. Um those are really fair. Um Probably next to the Kima 2. Man, like what's next to the Kima 2 though? Can't think of any. I mean, like most of this are like decent, but Kima 2 is just it feels like it should I don't know, it should compete higher than that. It's like it's in a very strange price segment in there. And not a lot of IMs, I don't know, like they don't really produce a lot of sets around here, and it's always been Truth Ear he's producing around this area. So 121 to 250 here. So the Let's Sure S12 2024s, I think I'm gonna replace that with with the P50, dude. Yeah. I don't know, maybe with the P50, but that's just me liking neutral, really. You can't, I don't know. So it's either, so we have 5, there's also Chopin, there's Cadenza 4, like all of this are good. Default 1 for 2. Man, this is hard. I don't know. E, hi there. Just talking about like my possible products of the year. I'm thinking about what is now. Again, these aren't. This doesn't really mean they are produced in 2025. It's like they carry over. The greatness carries over. But because like even the man, I tried the Let's Sure SL24s. They're still great. But I feel like I really miss the openness of the P50. But just because of that base, man, like oh man. You know what? It's either gonna be the Zgut Odyssey or the S12 2024s for me. Now I'm thinking of the original Odyssey and the P50. Man, that P50 base is really... Oh, god dang it. This is hard. I don't know what happened with that base on the P50 though. It's a little bit... I don't know. I don't know, but it's either gonna be... Yeah, it's S12 20... I don't know. Ziga, Odyssey, P50, S12 2024s. Yeah, that's... I don't know. This... Cadenza 4 is still good, but I haven't... I think they're always priced around 200, right? 240 or something. Yeah, 249. So it's like in the max, but yeah, but the P50 is cheaper. The Odyssey 2 is cheaper. Yeah. Chopin actually comes close. I mean, that is still a very good set, in my opinion. It's still very engaging. That tuck in there, that what? I don't... Timmy, like... He did a great job on tuning that, the Chopin. Really fun set and still clean. Oop, not there. So, ooh, yeah. Not even sure if it's Harmon. Is it Harmon? Kind of, yeah. He's like following that Harmon in there, but with more bass, which is a good idea because this shout in here, that should be mitigated, and I think he did it pretty well. Yeah, so probably, man, it's either the Odyssey, um, S12s or the P50. I just okay. I feel like I'm the one who doesn't like the cadence for due to the treble. It's okay. That's fair. That's fair. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's this one in here. I know what you mean. Um, there's an abrupt dip there, right? And then that abrupt dip in there, just I mean, like it's not really abrupt, but usually presence dip. It should be paired with like smooth treble because if you have some energy here, it will be emphasized because. But yeah, that's fair. 10K. You might be sensitive to that area though. Um, but yeah, I'm probably gonna go with man, I I'm actually thinking of buying the P50. Um, then the 251 to 499, that should be, yeah, that should be the Rockies for me. Um, Pilgrim though, how much is the Pilgrim now? Really? Wait, really? I thought they are $400. Pilgrim is 299? 299. Freaking really? Music Tech. And originally, how much are these? It's 359 in Hi-Fi Go. Oh, ooh, okay. This is interesting. 1 LSR DD and 3 Sonyon BAs. Man, the Pilgrim is actually still good. So it's dude, this is okay, let me just remove that in there. So those are the graph of, let me just upload target. Nope, can't do that. Okay, so yeah, they have like they share the same base profile. Pilgrim is gonna be a little bit sub bass focused. And the nice HAK Rocky is gonna be like, oh man, so yeah, it's probably about the fit too, about the hexa. You have to find short profile ear tips so that it sits deeper, and when it sits deeper in your ears, you get lower treble, which would render bass fuller, if that makes sense. So a lot of people think that, say for example, the Venus Velvet, although the Velvet seals well, but the earphone, the IEM will also sit narrower, if that makes sense, which kind of like actually makes the sound more V. So it it seals and you get more bass, but you also get more treble because it doesn't sit as deep as it should. So yeah, and I've tried those like, and for me, what really works is that ear tip from NF Akos. The ear tip from NF Echoes is a low profile ear tip. Works almost always with IMs that have peaks, like with the Duno stuff that I reviewed, the 242 and the 142, and so yeah, like they just mitigate every peak because they sit deeper. Um, anyhow, moving back here, so we have the Da Vinci, probably not. Because of the base, let's show our S15. Man, not a lot of people talk about the S15. It's actually still very good. But again, there's that energy in there that can be, but these are very good too actually. I feel like, oh, why did I do that? Uh yeah, it's like a mid-bass version of the Pilgrim. So yeah, if Pilgrim is like clean sounding, balanced, clean, like there's no shout in there. Like there's not no aggressive ear gain. Um the S15 is like the more fun version of that. So that's why it's still there. The AG07 though, like dude, I really like this set. I've only heard it like twice, but I really like the rendition of the vocals. Oh, there's also Harrier. Oh no, probably not the Harrier. Harrier is like, you may not like the treble presentation. Oh, there's also Volume S, dude. There's so much good, and there's Luna and Crescent, and there's Horizon. But for me though, I think it's either the Pilgrim and the Rockies. But the Rockies is again because of the new meta. The new meta has this cut in the 2K that actually that makes it a little bit bright sounding for me. I don't know. Like I prefer like a rise from 1K. It's still good. It's still clean sounding, but I don't know why they cut the 2K in there with the new meta. That's fair. Yeah. It's really about the fit though. Like with the I understand what you mean, especially with the what's this one? I have the S12 Pros and they have a very short nozzle lip. What ends up happening is it's partly for me. It's partly because of the cable. So their cable uh the uh the curve is too early and so you actually don't get a proper fit because the cable curve, is that a cable curve or something? Like this one in here, this part of the cable. So I had to actually reheat that part in there to make it wider because otherwise I don't get a good seal. It's too narrow. The angle of that cable hook, I'm sorry, it's a cable hook. The angle of the cable hook is too narrow for the Let Sure cable. So I had to like use a lighter to make the angle wider so that they don't, I can get to fit it in the right angle. So yeah, I know. I know, man. The Luna, yeah, I know. The Luna is I don't even know why I put the Luna in there. But maybe because let me see Luna here. I'm justifying myself. Yeah, I know. The Luna's treble is all right there. I don't know why I like the. Let me just listen to it again, though. Dude, you make me question my choices. Oh man. But it's all fun. It's all fun. Where's the Luna? No, this is the crescent. Okay, so I got the Luna in here. Oh, probably not this one. Um, what? Where is looking for my um looking for an ear tip. Where did I put that ear tip? Oh, is it with probably not, but hmm. Oh man. Where did I found it? Okay, so the Luna. And I had to fight that because I think when I heard the Luna first, and then after that I heard the Crescent, and so I think I gave the did I? No, I don't. I didn't give an S to the Luna. I think just A plus because of the treble. But I thought that they were still good, you know, because it's an all BA setup. Um, and so when I said that you don't need to buy the Luna, just get the Crescent. And then someone, because I said like the treble on the Luna is borderline aggressive for me. And someone said like they didn't find it aggressive. And we're like, okay, that says a lot about your hearing, man. So, and I'm pretty sure it's okay, let's listen to this again here. All right, yeah, it's definitely on the like at the edge of being sibilant, but it's not as bad for my ears. Um so yeah, I at least I justified myself. I know why they look that way. I probably have like probably my ear canals are shorter, and so I don't get a lot of resonances with the treble, and so that's really important to know here. And that's really important why we should be reading graphs, not because the graphs are like the Bible for everything, but it's really just knowing your own anatomy, knowing your preferences, um, and just like just if you see this and you're very sensitive to 10K too, and look at the Luna there. The Luna is not. I'm not so sensitive in there, but I did notice that the treble, the cymbal timbre is not as perfect. And so, yeah, that's their 10K enemy there, Misk. People are so obsessed with details. I know, and I used to like treble, and it's fair. It's really fair. A lot of people like treble because, um, it's an association with our mind. It's a marketing association, especially like high fidelity, high resolution. And so when someone like a normal guy, they buy their first IMs and the treble is boosted, there is that sense of resolution because of the brighter treble, okay? And so people will now want more treble, which makes their baseline. So for example, I'm just a normal guy. Let's say and my ears are tuned to, let's say for example, like a lower treble, no? Like I'm wearing like Beats audio, and I don't know, like a lot of bass boosted stuff. And so when when I buy sets, they usually have treble, and so my baseline is has increased. What I mean by that is like the threshold of treble will increase, and so and if you're not aware of that, you can get not really addicted. I think addicted is not a term, but just your threshold will be higher, and so when you want to upgrade, you want more of it. If that makes sense. Mid treble, if we consider mid resonance, could be um yeah, like so when I tried the annihilator with Timmy, I was like, wow, this is really great. Like I put annihilator in like everyone else. Like everyone else, they put annihilator in there because of that treble. Um and so because every time Timmy and I meet, he always brings that annihilator, man. Like it's always in his bag. And so like after a year, I think, and we went to earphones together, and he said like, yeah, you should try again the earphones, and and listen again to like this very good treble. And so I listened to it again, and I was like, I couldn't believe why I even liked it in the first place, because at that time, a year of reviewing, I kind of like I my preferences has actually changed to like a more lower treble stuff because I just find it more natural. That was a time when like there were a lot of planar wars, like KZ was releasing planar, and so there were a lot of boosts in the planar trying to imitate Annihilator, but at the same time I was like, man, these are not natural sounding. And so um don't get me wrong though, like the Annihilator still handles treble in a weird way, but it's definitely not the most natural sounding. And so that's where I decided to, I'm gonna end this treble search or something. I'm just gonna stick to what sounds natural to me, and I'll call it resolution. So my analogy is so when you look at TVs, like when you go to like an appliance store, they usually have this like high resolution, right? And so for me, brighter tilted or like boosted treble is just increasing the brightness, okay? Just increase the brightness and call it resolution. But for me, resolution is like how real instruments sound compared to like a real life instrument. So usually TVs with high resolution have very good colors, not as real as what a real life flower would be, because I know those, but that is just my analogy, okay? So the the closer the sound is to like a real life, that is resolution for me. And so I'm making my treble slowly go down, and I made a third iteration of this balance target here. It's going down, and this probably this probably the last iteration of my treble. Lower than that, it's probably gonna be a little bit dark, but yeah. Um, yeah, because again, I listen to more relaxed IEMs recently, and so that has become my baseline. And I always try my best to so I'm answering Misk. Yeah, he said like your takes are generally quite good. Most audiophile reviewers like treble way too much. Um, and that's why I like to how do I say, correlate my findings with the drums. I just find it useful because again, different impedance also affect treble, right? You know what I mean? Okay, let me show you something here. These are from different sources, and I haven't updated this one yet because I don't know which one to follow. So this is the Cadenza 12 that I have. I think I graphed it on a high impedance source. And then graphs trial. And this is the Cadenza 12 from the octave. See that? Like, that's like different IMs, man. Like 5 dB of difference only because of the impedance. And it happens a lot, not just in sources. It happens a lot in audio gears, especially you're on stage. Like, dude, like you don't know where you plug your instruments are. Like, I'm pretty sure there are high impedances on stage because it doesn't work. If you restrict the impedance on stage, you're gonna end up increasing the volume, and there's a mixing guy. There's a mixing guy anyway, you know? So everything should be easy to drive on stage. That is very, like, you don't want to have like an IEM that is like even like 64 ohms. That's a little bit too high. Probably 16 is ideal. 32 depends, but 16 usually they're low impedance, man. But my point is, but just because that's the difference there. Same earphone, different sources, and you get like that difference in the treble. So which makes me go back to here. So it's either gonna be the Rockies, but the Rockies is actually, I don't know, man. I just like it because it has ESDs, but I actually find it a little bit too much in the treble. I would have probably EQ'd this. So there's a chance that I'm actually gonna choose the Pilgrim because it's much cheaper too. Mega 7 is, I don't know, like if you want reference, maybe the Mega 7 is okay, but I think the Pilgrim is like the better overall. Yeah. And in 500 to 1000 in here, I think that's where the Rockies should go. Mainly because it's the Rockies now competes to IMs that are priced even 1000. I feel like it shouldn't be the Mystic 8 though. Mystic 8 should be here. But also my experience is very limited in this price range here. I haven't really heard a lot. And this is also very, like, I don't see a lot of IEMs being released in this price range. And so if you're willing to spend 500 bucks, it's either you get the Rockies or you go the audio stuff. You see the point? I know it's a gateway, but why spend 1,000 bucks if you get the Rockies for half the price? Because it sounds high res anyway, and you just, you know, like EQ the bass. And honestly, like I have the Cadenza 12 in here. I cannot justify getting the Cadenza. I actually have to remove the Annihilator here, dude. Like, why did I even put Annihilator there? Oh wait. Whoa, no. There we go. Huh? I'm confused. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I'm just fixing what I did here. Probably like that. Yeah. Um, I've heard more top of the lines, but I just didn't write them here because they're I don't know, like they're expensive. I don't see the point of like these are like don't mind that. It does just like that shouldn't be there. Um, SA6 Ultra, yeah, it was okay at that time. I like it better than the Mark Twos though. I like it better than the Mark Twos. I much prefer also the Daybreak. Yes, I also prefer the Daybreak. Meta didn't last long in my ears. Um and you know what? I didn't even compare the Mega 7 to the Meta because it's not comparable. It's not like at least I could listen to the Mega 7. At least I could listen to the Mega 7. The Meta was for me was little more bright. That in there, it's yeah. And the Mega 7, the mid treble here helps a little bit with masking past 10k. This is just me, but still they're forward. They're still forward. But for me the yeah, it's just too much. Like and then comparing it to the Daybreak here, it's yeah, Daybreak is definitely much better there. And I can see your point, like that 10k energy there. Yeah. Yeah, I know. And I understand that shout in there. It could be this abrupt dip in here. And that's why I like the P50. The P50 graphs, it doesn't really graph smooth, but at the same time, it has the 5k energy to, eh, I don't know, like kind of mitigate for that abrupt dip. Okay, let me explain something. That's what I don't like about the meta gain because the ear gain is too narrow. The ear gain for the meta is too narrow for me. Because they have that cut in 2K, right? And that's why like I don't mind the peak is 3K, but at least they don't cut that 2K in there so that it doesn't make it's not too shouty. It's really the cut at 2K that makes it like you can EQ it. You can try. You have something in there like a meta gain boost like I don't know. Let's say okay, let's say with the Daybreak. Okay, let's do 2K. Yeah, let's do 2000 gain of I know 2 Q value of 1.5. Yeah, like that. Just try it. And you will hear the difference. The vocals are going to sound fuller. Um maybe 2. I can do 2. Yeah, 2 or 1.5, whatever. But just like increase that in there. The thing I don't know why I don't know why it's a population average like, you know. I don't get it. I still don't get it. And that's I'm very resistant to changing my target. I still want the 1k in here and have like that. I have the horizon. And you know what? I can EQ the let's see. I can EQ the horizon to that too. Um I don't have the daybreak. The horizon is just a little bit too bright for me, really. A lot of upper treble energy in there. Um, oh, that makes sense too. Exactly. Yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah. I know. It's very subjective, and it's because we have different ear anatomies, right? It depends on like the ear canal length, where your ear canal bends. Um, yeah. And I don't even know how they get the population average for that data. And so, I mean, if people like it, um, I know. The Kima, because the Kima, it's very easy to like. You don't get a lot of shout with the Kima because it's so wide. You know, what I mean by that is like, doesn't really have a dip, and so the ear gain is wide, and so with a relaxed treble, some mid bass in there, it's just very perfect tonally. Kima too. Um, Not a lot of ear gain as well. It's even like lesser. Don't mind the dBs here. I'm really it's difficult to target a certain frequency because you know how to make graphs, right? Like you go to I forgot the website, but oh, the AQ will increase the shout for you. Well, yeah, I know. But hey, what's good is good. Like those sets are actually like good sets, and we're just splitting hairs in here, really. We're just splitting hairs in here. And also I just don't wanna do like oh, I'm almost run out of battery. Let me just change this one here. So since I said product there, I just don't wanna uh limit limit that to earphones. I'm thinking of including like different audio products. So what do you think are nominees for like good products? Not just earphones, like DAP, sources, dongles, whatever. What can you think of? I'll start with um I'll start with Snow Sky Retro Nano, PRX. What do you mean, like the KZ and Snow Sky Melody. Black Pearl though. I have not tried the Black Pearl, but that's what I think about the melody. How much is the Black Pearl now? Yeah, and they're featured on the ASR too, right? Is it? I think it's cheaper than. Is it cheaper than the melody? Yeah, about 37 to 40. Could be Black Pearl, but I know it has BQ. I only have the melody. For a while, let me just pee. Okay. Um, they did all the measurements. I know they did. I've read that with the TRN Black Pearl. Um, and it's a freaking CS43131, man. Like a mere, like anything that is 43131, they just measure good. They just measure good. No doubt about it. I know, dude. That retro nano is. I feel like that is so goated, and not a lot of people talk about it, and it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what? Because it's Bluetooth, right? It has exactly replaceable battery, and it's you can use it as a dongle if you feel like the LDAC is not enough. But the thing about that is, if you are an audiophile, I know collecting like a bunch of offline libraries, it's kind of be tiring. I don't know. Like I had a bunch of MP3s before downloaded from LimeWire. Heck, you still remember LimeWire? I'm not sure how old you are, but dang, I got my a lot of MP3s from LimeWire and I got a lot of viruses. Reformat my PC a lot of times just because of the freaking LimeWire. Um and I have to wait like for weeks sometimes because there's no one seeding. Hey, we're talking about piracy here, but anyhow, you not a lot of people have access to like their favorite music. The best one is streaming, okay? It's just streaming. You stream, you pay for Apple or like even YouTube Music, it's free. Um and just Bluetooth it. And not a lot of people talk about the freaking Snow Sky Retro Nano, including myself, but I to this day I still think that that is a very very good solution. You can use it as a dongle, you can use it as a Bluetooth receiver. Heck, like if your battery runs out, just replace it with a new one. 27 bucks. Um the Retro Nano also has the PQ. It's a little bit more expensive. Um but yeah. Okay. Disagree with that. Streaming is accessible but not the most consistent. In what way is it not consistent? I mean, people can rip. Offline library is still probably the best one because, like, of course, the internet or something. Um, but I'm not getting your point. How it can be, uh, oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, depending on the wireless connection. That's definitely fair. But what I'm talking here is like, of course, that is dependent on where you are, and depending on your listening habits. Um, so and that's totally fair. And I know, but where I'm coming from is, say for example, let's say Yoroshka, because I'm a Yoroshka shill. They released a new song. Okay. Now the only way for me to listen to that is either pirate it, buy the CD, which they don't really sell, get a digital copy, or stream it. You know, and that's just um, and so that is a little. It's I don't know how you get your music, but I feel like I can get, and there are also songs that you cannot buy from like Bandcamp or something. Yeah, Kubas. I think you can download stuff on Kubas though, but a lot of artists they don't really release a lot of their songs in Kubas. That's fair. That's fair, man. I mean, yeah, I know. That's totally fair. Um I mean, I've got some downloaded stuff from LimeWire too, like years and long time ago. But that's a very sensitive topic too when you talk about like audiophiles. Like they want you to buy stuff. Um, I'd probably just buy the CD and rip. I don't know. Um, I sail the seven seas too, but I just feel like the streaming is a much better. I know it's also expensive to be paying a lot. Um, but I was with Apple for like 3 years. I didn't even know I was paying like 90 pesos. That's in Philippine. 90 pesos a month, or was it? I forgot, but yeah. Yeah, I know. There definitely. Oh, peer-to-peer sharing? That's nice. Shandling DAX and Magcase? Yeah, those are nice. If, only if you use a dongle. You know what? Like oh man. Like the Retro Nano is the solution. Like Mark should have talked about like did you see Mark's last video about the sources? Like the MP3 player? Dude, everything I wish he should have reviewed and included a Nano there. Nano would win there. And his because he scored, right? Like battery and everything and the Retro Nano would goat everything in there. I mean, if you can't hear the difference on like 44.1 and other I don't hear. I don't know. I don't hear it. No, there's what I know, okay. What I know. So when I was in the Philippines, there you can buy subscriptions of Tidal for cheap. You can buy subscriptions on Tidal for cheap. I don't know, like 3 months for like 60 pesos or something. That's like $2. I don't know how they get it. I feel like they because Tidal, I think they have like a free or something, so I don't know. They maybe have like a credit card generator or something. And so they give you a username and a password and you log into Tidal. Yeah. Shanling M0 Pro. I know. Yeah, I know. But the thing with the Retro Nano is like you don't even have to um like you don't even have to charge your phone because it's independent. It has its own battery with the Retro Nano. So it's like a DAP, but the music is just through your phone, right? Um in which case you have to be the thing is you just have to be like if you have offline, that's the what I don't like about this is okay. For this is my issue with making your phone your source, okay? I'm not sure if I know you have some dongles, and it's just my phone. So I have a Sony phone, and I put there my offline songs because I want to listen to it too. So I downloaded UAPP USB Player Pro, and I put my songs in there. And you know what? My freaking album is filled with cover art. My album is filled with cover arts. That's one con. I'm like, where are my fucking pictures? Why is this filled with cover arts? You know what I mean? That's what I don't like to make my phone as my music source because that's gonna happen. So I had to remove that. So You can use a Retro Nano if I don't know, if you have like a streaming service or but that's it. If you have your offline library, probably it's better to have a DAP. Honestly, I have a DAP. I think the JM21 is still a good value. And I think it's enough. I think they I think they have a new version, right? Like the upgraded battery and the upgraded RAM. So I'm not sure how much they increase in that. New Sivga M100. I know they upgraded it. They upgraded it. Phew, I forgot, but there is an upgraded version for that. I forgot, but yeah, there is an upgraded. I don't know if they increased the price or not, but yeah. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. You can hear 19.5. I hear until 18. So you're much better. Did a sign sweep. Could be lesser though. Could be, I don't know, could be 15 now, but 18K for me. Um that's interesting. Yeah, I know. The 320, yeah, I know exactly. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think they did some update on that. So I don't know. Maybe the are there other cheaper dApps here though? Like not just the source. I don't know what are other options we can buy though. Like for me, the Retro Nano, the Melody, why I put the Melody there, it's because the Crane protocol, like it's like $100, right? And you can only EQ that through the web, I think. I heard. Fio does a better job with their app, I guess. And so for $40, half the price, you can do PEQ, which a lot of people know how to do it, but they don't do it anyway, at least in my case, okay? So I know how to PEQ, but I don't do it, which is crazy. Channeling M1 Plus? Is that the oh, the small one? 224, that's a little bit too expensive, no? I'm a Shanling, I don't know. I like Shanling house sound. Um This is old. No? I think it's old. Oh, this is the one that is it doesn't have it's not Android, right? This is not Android. Is it? No, I don't think it's Android. Yeah, this is just a player. MO Pro. Oh, I have the dude, the Fosse audio K2. I have the K2. That is also oh no, it's not the K2. K7, I'm sorry. It's K7. Yeah, I have the K7. That is also I think it's also good value. It's freaking powerful. Um it has EQ, which is really good. It's desktop. It has Bluetooth. It has everything and it measures really good. Fossey K2, K7, yeah. He's working on Android compatibility. So they have to have an app, or they could use the what's that open source? There's this open source PEQ stuff that they're using for Black Pearl and the I am a DAC A1. Dude, I'm so sorry. I'm so not into like DACs really. Desktop amp. The thing for that is if you want a desktop amp, you have to have a headphone, right? I'm not really a headphone guy, mainly because I'm a very mobile listener. So, like walking a lot, and that's why I like to have DAPs, because you put the DAP in your pocket and then preferably volume wheel so I can control the volume, and with buttons. So while walking, because when I started reviewing, I had lived in Japan at that time, and going through people and changing from one station to another, you can't be wearing them. I mean, there are people wearing headphones, but now most of the people in Japan, they're wearing TWSs, and I rarely see people wearing wired. Um, so that's how I'm very mobile, and that's how I got my what's this? Preferences in how I listen. But I understand people want to have a desktop amp though. Um I mean, I have the Fossey and I have the creative as well. But I just don't find the use case for that. But hey, what rose your boat? It really depends. Um so yeah, I think we've got it all covered here. It just really depends on what I think about this. I don't know, dude, like yeah. That is true. That is probably, but that's the thing. What when do you like I'm kind of like torn between like what's the difference okay, so here's the deal here with the here's the deal with the PEQ, okay? I'm It's a very good tech, okay, to be doing the PEQ from the dongle, but what difference does it do? Because when you use your phone, I'm not sure if people know this, but so when you insert the dongle, it usually asks for access, right? And usually it will ask access on what music player you have. So in my case, I have USB Audio Player Pro, UAPP, and HiBi. So usually those two music players. So with UAPP, you have to buy the app and you have to buy the EQ function. Okay. With HiBi, the app is free. It plays perfect bit, I think. And then HiBi has PEQ for free. So since you have a PEQ option already on the app, what is the use for PEQ on the dongle? That's just me, you tell me. Maybe there's a difference. Maybe there's none. Yeah, I know but I hear that. Here's the thing too. I know if you I don't know. Okay, so girl, you can hear 19.5 kilohertz, right? Can you hear differences in players? I can. I don't know if it's placebo, but I can. It's just there's just a little bit of coloration to different players. I say coloration because I don't know which sounds right, but there's definitely coloration to different players. UAPP sounds clear and brighter. High B sounds more musical, but that could be placebo too. Others are muddy. If it's not perfect bit, it's I don't know. But anyhow, the walk. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it's the walk play app. Yep. No, the tube amps though. Oh, perfect. Now that's the thing. Okay, now that is good. That is a very good point there, Misk. So, okay, perfect. Hybe works with they work with Tidal. You can use it for Tidal. UAPP also works with Tidal and Cobuzz. You can log in your Tidal there, and you can log in your Cobuzz for UAPP. However, if you have Apple, then probably that is the route. I now understand. So I got what you mean now. So the PEQ on the dongle works. There is an advantage if you are using streaming. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. That's okay. If your app is too analytical, could be, yeah. I don't really use it's I can't get to find the right user like I don't know. I just didn't spend a lot of time with the Fio app, but it's not user friendly for my small brain, so it does add a little bit of shimmer. Yeah. Shanling app is the warmest. Shanling app is the warmest. Um and I don't know, it's again it's just the little bit of coloration that they apply. Um I don't even know, man. Like we're just that is true. They just made it. Um no, 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 they don't work. I didn't say they work. I don't think they work. Um no, they don't. So, UAPP only use works with Cobuzz and Tidal, and then Hybe is I think only Tidal. I think you can only log into Tidal. Yeah, only Tidal. Oh, wait. Browser login though. So, wait. Hybe has an Apple I can log into my really? Oh no, it's Tidal, but it's Tidal. Sorry about that. Continue with Apple. Sign in with Apple account, but still Tidal, I guess. Yeah, okay, it's styled. It's styled. This is misleading. It's misleading. So you can log in with Oh really? I haven't tried Ibasso app. Probably that's why they think that Ibasso. This is also interesting. Not a lot of people talk about players, and I feel like it's really the because again, DAC, okay, the DAC does not have a sound for me. The DAC chips, they only analyze, they only convert the numbers, okay? Digital to audio converter. DAC chips, they only do the analyzing of the data. And I feel like all of the coloration is after the conversion. what op amps you use, what's the circuitry. Now, different DAC chips have a different, I don't know, maybe like circuitry and like different implementation on what op amps they could use and whatnot. But I feel like so when we say like, oh, Cirrus Logic and ESS, it's brighter, and it's really just because not literally a limitation, but ESS Saber tends to have this kind of circuitry after the conversion. CS43131, it has a dedicated amp, which might add a little bit of coloration for that fun. AKM, it have a different circuitry after the conversion. And so, where was I? I'm lost. So yeah, so it's really the okay. So it's after the coloration is after the conversion, right? And so a lot of people think that Cirrus Logic is more engaging. ESS have better treble extension. Anyhow, moving on to the different players, it could be that people just don't experiment much with players. Shanling Music app is warm. Wherever I put it on a Shanling, a Fio, it's a warm music player. UAPP seems to be very consistent. If I play it on JM21, I play it on Shanling, different sources, it seems to be consistent. So it seems like there is consistency with the music apps wherever I use them, which really, I don't know. That has to be ventured. I don't have the data to prove that they really add coloration, but it's noticeable enough for me that I actually change players too. If I find the earphone too bright, I don't use UAPP. I just use Hybe. R2R is a real tech, okay? It is a reduction. It is high impedance which reduces treble, okay? R2R has high impedance that reduces high frequency. I don't know, it dips, but they are high impedance, right? Not really high impedance. Oh, it's the tubes. I'm sorry. It's the tubes that has high impedance. Sorry about that. Or low. Man, that's a lot of talk today. A lot of talk today just for the nomination. But it's been fun, guys. Yeah. I actually asked Fio if they could give me a discount for their new R2R DAP. Um I probably can't pay it in full. I can't justify buying a DAP. I mean, I can buy a dongle for R2R, but I just want it in a DAP form. So I asked them if they could give me a discount, and hopefully I can. I don't know. R2R plus NOS. That is the warmest of all. NOS filter. Because NOS filter is already warm, and then you put the R2R in there. Yeah, the R2R is a different circuitry though. That is like, you have to start from scratch in doing the, I don't know, like the connections and everything. That is the thing too. That is the thing too. EQ it for free. But that's the thing also. Like I feel like audiophiles don't really, I mean, they don't like to EQ. And that's why I have to justify why do I need to buy that R2R stuff. It's just like me. There's a lot of snake all going on. It's like, and I'm also guilty of that. Like I don't want to suggest you guys buying something you don't really need. I think Endgame is already in our hands right now, and we just want to waste our money. Oh man. Anyhow, yeah, I think that is it for today, guys. It's been really nice talking with you. Man, like I went through a lot of topics here. But yeah, I will keep in touch. I probably can't do a stream next week. I'm going to Salt Lake City, so the R2R helps with the noise floor. Could be. What I know, I don't know if you can hear this, but the R2Rs that I've tried in when I was in Japan, they have a very black background. So whatever you think of that description, I just felt like it's a very black background, and I don't know what you take of that, but that was like the description that came to my mind, like wow. And so because of the blacker background, everything sounds clearer, if that makes sense. And even I don't know if it's probably just placebo, man. I can't prove it, but I just thought like wow, this is like the pauses when songs are like not playing anything, I just felt like it was black in a way that it's like whew, I don't know. I'm making things up, but that's my first impression when I first tried the R2R, like the high B. Dang, what was that player? High B. It was a dab. It's not God, what was that? It's not a dongle. It's the Is it the RS2? Yeah, I think it's the RS2. Darwin technology. Yeah, it's like RS2. Yeah, I feel like yeah, it's this one here, the RS2, like Darwin. Yeah, yeah. And that's when so when I went to what was it? Like it was Pota Fest or something. And so and that's where I knew it was pronounced as Hybe because it's like, oh, I want to try the Darwin. Can I try the Hibi? Like, what do you mean? Hybe? Oh, okay, it's Hybe. The staff was kind enough to let me know it's Hybe. So yeah, that's what I felt. I'm like, wow, this is freaking dark in color. Exactly. That is true. That is true. That's true. It's really the output impedance. And that's true. I know and you know what about placebo? I accept placebo because that is part of the subjective, you know. And understanding that there are placebo, I mean even if it's placebo, it has real effects on you. Don't get me wrong. That's why it's called placebo effect. It's real on you. It happens real time. And the thing about placebo is it's in medicine, when they make medications, they have to fight placebo so that they can get consistent results. They're not discounting that the patient is not healing. It's all their body healing up because they think this is the medication that the medication does it for them. So it's just it's there the placebos are real experiences because of your belief. Don't get me wrong. And that's why people think placebo is not real. No. Placebo is a real phenomena that you experience because you believe in something. However, do take note that if there's placebo, there's also called as nocebo, okay? Nocebo is even if there is a change, you don't experience that change because you believe that it doesn't have any effect, okay? And that's also real. And in medicine, they also test nocebo effects. Um, and it's real. If you have a bad day, if you're fighting with your wife or your girlfriend, you will not hear music fun. You just hear music differently. And so, the best thing that you do to have a good listening experience is to have a good relationship with your partner. And so, and so my partner now is telling me that I'm done, and so I have to finish this. So, thank you so much, guys. So, stay tuned on my next stream or next review. I'll keep in touch. So, maybe New Year's Day, after New Year, I don't know, but probably not next week. It's not gonna be on Christmas because I'm going to Salt Lake City. Um, I know Ice Beam Smoke sounds good. Yeah, I know. I know they sound so good. I've never tried. Have I tried that? Probably I have. Maybe I was not an audiophile yet at that time. But anyhow, guys, thank you so much for being here. It was really fun stream. Um, yeah, it's. See you next time. Bye for now, and I'll keep in touch. And yeah, let's have a nice stream next time. Bye.